What's going to happen with Westbrook?
Where's he at? Is he a free agent?
He's nowhere.
I think he goes through Carmelo Anthony journey. Here's the thing with their game. It's hard for them to help a team if they're not doing the things that they do, right? Like if he's not explosive, fast, up and down the court, ball in his hand, explosive plays, most of the time, it's hard for Russell Westbrook to be the guy that we want to see. It's hard for him to impact the game. I don't understand how people didn't like Melo for the Knicks. I love Melo for the Knicks. Melo had a Hall of Fame career with the Knicks.
When we got Melo in that trade, that year we had Stoudemire earlier, and Stoudemire was running the team. Now, when Stoudemire was running the team, we were flowing, we were doing well. You know what I mean? We were winning games. It looked great. Stoudemire had the team in his hands. Melo came after the whole chemistry up. Chemistry done. He can't play with people.
What's up, scorers? Welcome back to the channel. Before we start, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share because we want to keep getting amazing guests. We want to keep blowing up the channel. And today, I got not only an amazing guest, but a friend. I've known him for over a decade. He's doing this thing on TikTok. He gives you his hot takes. He loved the Knicks. I don't know why. They've been letting him down for years. But nonetheless, some people like abuse, so I can't be mad at that. Please welcome my buddy, my friend, Jarrel Cudjoe.
Perfect. That was perfect.
My bad, bro.
Little jab there about the Knicks.
Listen, brother. I mean, you've been you liked the Knicks for a while, and I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, forever. Yeah. You from New York? What part of New York?
So I grew up in Brooklyn. We moved to Jersey when I was in like 6th grade. Mm-hmm. Then we came back, and I moved back over there after high school. Lived there until I came out here. So I grew up on the Knicks. The Knicks was in my household. You know, families watching sports. It was always, the hot thing was like Bulls versus Knicks. Back in the day, you knew that.
Yep.
And it was just Knicks. Got to go with the Knicks. Uh-huh. That Knicks squad in the '90s was the squad. Unfortunately, when I hit a appropriate age to really get into like stats and checking, who scored what and what happened in the games, team was trash. Mm-hmm. It was.
What year was this?
This was when I really started focusing. This was like 2002, 2003, Starberry era.
Right.
Starberry, Isaiah Thomas. We had Steve Francis at one time. Was
that when they had Jamal Crawford, Eddie Curry?
I like Randolph.
That team. I used to play with that team in the, I don't know, was it 2K or Live?
2K, yeah. Live was hot back then. That was Live. Live was
I know I used to play with him in one of those video games.
Yeah, Live was hot for a minute. But yeah, that team in the early 2000s, that's the team I, quote unquote, grew up on when I was really, really focusing on basketball, and I'm already there. Like I'm loyal. I'm loyal to my team, But
I had another guest like that. I had my man Jerry. Shout out my man Jerry at Stronghouse. He a loyal Knicks fan.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, I like the Knicks. I actually wanted y'all to win this year. We're gonna talk about that. We can talk about it. Listen, we flowing freely right now. We talking about sports this whole episode right here or interview. You thought the Knicks would win. I wanted the Knicks to win. You didn't like.
They should have won.
You blaming the coach. I don't think it was the coach.
Listen,
I think they just got burnt out. I think they
because of the coach.
But then y'all didn't have any players, bro. Y'all had like at least,
he wouldn't try anybody.
Who would he have tried? Everyone was inconsistent. Payne inconsistent. The one I
hated Payne, man.
What's the other guy who came off the bench? McBride? Was it McBride?
McBride. He came off the bench.
All inconsistent, bro. They was all inconsistent. Y'all only had 5 guys. Y'all was the NBA AAU team.
Damn, wow.
Y'all was 5 guys, but y'all was balling.
It was balling.
I wanted y'all to win.
Listen, I did too. We did get burnt out. Tibbs is solely like he wants an 8-man rotation, but out of those 8 men, he plays those other 3 men 8 minutes, if that. He doesn't really do the rotation like he should. Mm-hmm. So firing Tibbs, in my opinion, I lobbied to fire Tibbs all season.
I have no
Look at my posts. I lobbied, fire Tibbs, burning out the guys. Tibbs is the one who messed up Derrick Rose. Can you agree?
I do agree. He should have been out of that game. He should not have been in the game at that time. I totally
Last
agree.
year when we made it to the playoffs, not the year before, I guess, when we lost to Who did we lose to? I can't remember who we lost to, but everybody was hurt that last game. It was Brunson was hurt, Hart was hurt, OG was hurt. Tibbs overran everybody again. So now that we got Mike in there, I feel like he will play the players. He will play the bench. He'll mix it up a little bit. He's not gonna ride Brunson till the wheels fall off. So and you look at the East right now. What are the top 3 teams in the East right now?
Right now, with
going into the season,
I'll say I think the Knicks is still there. Detroit. I don't know about the Pacers because
Halliburton's out.
Halliburton's out. Turner's gone. The Bucks, I don't know about. But they could be the Sixers. I think
Is Embiid still not playing back-to-backs?
I don't think he needs to play back-to-back. I don't think he needs to play back-to-back. But if we got a serviceable Paul George, a Tyrese Maxey, what's the rookie?
The TikTok guy.
Yeah. I'm burning names right now.
TikTok rookie. He's good. He should come back 100%. But I don't trust the Sixers.
Why?
I love Maxey. Maxey, I think, is the team. Like, I would rebuild around Maxey. Paul George, I think he's past his prime. Embiid.
He doesn't need to be prime Paul George.
He doesn't need to be prime Paul George. He needs to be a role. He needs to play a role. You're right.
He doesn't need. Yeah, he just like all these guys. Like I'm looking at it right now. You still got Drummond. You got the young kid VJ Edgecombe.
Drummond though. What's Drummond doing?
But listen, these guys could take that. Not only Jarrett McCain, who we're looking for. Jarrett McCain. He showed a promising future.
Yes.
You don't have to have. I mean, Tyrese Maxey. I mean, he can get you 27 a game. But you don't necessarily need Paul George at Paul George. You don't need him at 25, 27 points a game as he was at OKC.
So how are you divvying up the points? You got Maxey.
You just need people to be consistent. Paul George at 18 points. That's consistent. I mean, if he can average 18 to 21 points, that's a good season for him. Kelly Oubre, if he can average about 13 points a game,
did you guys get rid of we had him and you guys picked him up at some point. We got rid of him in the whole trade with we got Towns. What's his name? I'm gonna tell you in a second. Grimes. You guys still got Grimes?
We still have Grimes.
We don't have Grimes.
We don't have Grimes.
Nope,
we don't have Grimes.
Where did he go?
Look, but I think I'm looking up the East right now.
Philly, I don't think Philly's. The process is no longer trusted with Philly. I don't think it's happening anymore.
But the thing with the Sixers is that we always trying to hit the home runs. That's the issue. We'll get like big name players.
Yeah.
And we trying to get there too fast. We move it. We're a small market. Yeah. We're a small market team, and you need like guys like Tyrese Maxey who you develop, Joel Embiid who you develop.
True.
When you throw a guy like Paul George in there, you thinking, we going to the championship immediately now, and it's not. And every player who comes at the end of their prime to the Sixers is always a disappointment. I remember when Chris Webber came to the Sixers. I remember when Allen Iverson came back.
When he came back.
It's just a disappointment because we're thinking that we're going to get to the
You're not
next
getting
level.
that same player.
We're not going to get the same player. And then we got to understand our culture and where we are. We are an area or a city that needs to develop players and develop a team. And they didn't make a lot of moves in the offseason this year. That's why I'm saying the Sixers can be up there. They didn't make a lot of moves. They picked up a really good kid, VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah.
He's a really good player. And they still got Jarrett McCain. They still have Joel Embiid. Even if Joel Embiid is not giving you 30, he's still a 7 foot. Yeah, I mean, that I agree with. Yeah. That I can agree with. But if you're looking for him to give you 30, his health is always going to be in jeopardy. If you can drop it down to say 25 points, right? 25 points don't sound like a lot for 30. Yeah, but it don't sound like a lot, but it is a lot because that's the minutes. That 25 points he can get in those minutes that he play, you put his minutes down, I think they'll be fine. Because here's the thing, and the reason why I think they'll be fine is because the East don't have a lot of competition that he would need to play.
Well, the East is weak right now.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you still have the Cleveland Cavaliers, who I think will be great.
They should be 1 or 2.
I think the New York Knicks will still be up there.
Mm-hmm.
I think Detroit Pistons will be up there.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, that's why I said the Sixers. I mean,
All right,
and,
so you
and
forgot
Orlando,
somebody.
maybe,
Orlando.
Orlando.
I think Orlando should be over Detroit.
Why?
Orlando is a great team. They were great last year, but the injury bug messed them up for the season. Mm-hmm. Orlando should have been a top 3 seed last season.
Right.
But too many people messed up. Now everybody's healthy, everybody's back. I could see it being...
But that's also a young... So here's how I look at it. That's also a young team.
Well, inexperienced, but when they get to the playoffs, they could deal with that.
So when they injured, they missed that experience.
Yeah.
They missed that experience. They missed that part where... All right, this is our first year, together with a good core. Now we can go deep into we can make some noise in the playoffs. But if they're injured, they now have to do that whole process again this year. That's why I'm not put. That's why.
So you think they're going to drop?
I don't think they're going to drop. I just don't think they're going to be. I just don't think they'll be better than guys who've been in the trenches already.
Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit already been in the trenches. They already know what they.
Yeah, Detroit
they already know
been
what
there.
what they're capable of. They know what they have. It's actually exciting for Detroit, and they got some momentum coming in. Orlando is just is a prediction. We hoping.
So we got Knicks, Cleveland, Detroit, Orlando. I don't want to throw Philly in there. I know you want to throw Philly in there.
That's just hating. That's just hating.
It's not hating.
That is hating, bro.
That team is not
doing
doing it.
Somebody better than the Sixers.
In the
why
East,
would you put him in there?
They could go there, but only because the East is trash. The 4 teams already named. That's it.
Fine. Why
top
East
4 heavy,
being
top
trash
heavy.
doesn't have anything to do.
Philly could go there as number 5 and be under 500 at a 5 seed. That's how bad the East is.
That is fine. That's what I'm telling you.
All right.
Look, you gotta get in where you fit in, brother.
All right, they'll be under 500.
I don't know
They'll be
why
there.
y'all want it to be so. I would want it to be tough as a fan, but if we sit here saying, "Yo, who's the top 5 teams to put in there?" and if the Sixers are in the top 5 because the East is weak, they just in the top 5.
Matter of fact, I didn't even put Milwaukee before I put Philly.
Why?
You can't count on Giannis. They lost Dame, yeah, but I still think
you
that
can count on Giannis for sure, but that everybody else are maybe proven role players.
Yeah, they got rid of Middleton, right? Middleton's gone, if I'm not mistaken.
Middleton's gone.
You know what? Giannis probably should have left when he had the chance.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
He should have. It was all this talk about Giannis leaving this year. Giannis is going. He's going here. Obviously, the Knicks were in the talks. The Knicks are always in the talks about somebody big. Mm-hmm. But he didn't leave, and I feel like that's going to come in back and kick him in the ass. I feel like it's
I did a clip on guys who trades or staying too long killed the momentum for guys. And I didn't put Giannis in there, and I should have. Because, don't get me wrong, he's won a championship for the Bucks.
Yes.
But he's still an elite player. He's still an elite player that can win more championships. Like, he's still playing at a high level. So the fact that he is staying with the Bucks, and it looks like the Bucks has to now rebuild a championship team. They don't have a championship team.
I feel like he won that title.
I don't think he's he's still averaging 30-something a game.
Yeah, I love Giannis. I think he's an amazing player, but he doesn't give off to me like that Kobe mentality. Well, not a lot of people do. But like the mentality that's like, okay, I got to win every year. I got to come close to winning every single year.
I think what happens with that, like when you compare it like that, like, all right, Giannis not giving the Kobe mentality. Giannis also don't have the Kobe skills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's not going to be able to have the ball and do the things that Kobe had. Like Kobe was a tremendous talent, and he can like Jordan, they can have that mentality to say, I got to win every time because I got the ball every time. I can shoot over 2 people if I want to. I can get to the basket at any time. So when you look at it, like, does he have the will or whatnot? I still think he does. I still think I liked him going to the Spurs. I remember the Spurs.
Oh, that would have been nasty.
Yeah, it's nasty in a good way or a bad way.
A good way.
In a good way.
That team is building.
Because the beauty of Giannis is that although he can average 30, he doesn't need to score 30 to be impactful.
No.
He can still play with a Spurs team and average 24 points and run the floor, take up a lot of space, grab rebounds, and obviously you got Wemby there or whatnot. Yep. So so all the pressure is not on him. I really wanted to see Giannis go to a different organization they didn't. If the Bucks didn't bring him some more players, because we're now going to miss out on a tremendous talent who should be playing in June. And then when it's all said and done,
because the East is terrible.
The East is terrible.
It's horrible.
It's not as good as the West. I give
the West is wild West.
Yeah, the West is wild, and we're gonna get into that.
Yeah.
But I do think like Giannis, he definitely should be at a space where, or at an organization where he can still win championships. That's my top five. My top
Cleveland,
five
New York,
Cleveland,
Detroit,
New York, Detroit,
Giannis, Bucks, and Philly.
Sixers.
Okay. Philly's in there. I didn't put it in order. I put Philly last on purpose,
and I'm gonna go to Bucks. Everybody else has got something to prove. I'm not gonna lie to you. Toronto Raptors, Miami Heat, Chicago Bulls. No. Not the Bucks. I apologize. Orlando.
Oh, forgot about Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando.
So the Bucks is outside looking in.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that.
Oh, okay.
I ain't gonna do that. Orlando is outside looking in. I'm not gonna put a championship player out of my top five.
Okay. I mean, listen, if I were to do it, I would say in order. I would say Knicks, Cleveland, Orlando, Detroit, Bucks. Sorry, Philly, they just not. I love Maxey, and that's about it with that team. I don't see anything else happening there. Bro, I think they're too scoring. They're too messed up.
They had it's a rough patch this year. They had to get a chance to know each other. I think they put the ball in Tyrese Maxey's hand more. I think Paul George hit some shots. If Jared McCain come back healthy, he can stay on the same momentum he was on last year.
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And if Embiid is serviceable for more than 70% of the games, I think we'll be fine.
70% is a big ass though at this point.
It's all good.
That's a big ass.
Let's get to the West. Who's your top five teams you predict in the West?
All right. This is where it gets hard.
Okay.
Because I feel like there's a bunch of different scenarios here. But if I were to say top five teams going into this year that's going to be in the West, I would say I will start with OKC. I got to give them to defend. Mm-hmm. OKC. After OKC, I would say Denver, not counting them out. Houston, definitely. Mm-hmm. There's an interesting one. I teetered with this one on and off, but the Clippers. I think they're going to have a very, very interesting year. They could be hot. They could not be hot, but I think they're going to be interesting. And then number five is tough because the LeBron fan of me wants to say the Lakers, but I'm not going to say the Lakers because I think they're done here.
You think the Lakers are done? With Luka, Aiden, Bron?
I think it's going to be a Luka season. I think Luka lost weight and he looks great, but I don't think...
even with that said, you still don't think they top five in the West?
West is tough, man.
Bro, all right.
West is tough, man.
So you said OKC.
Yeah, who am I missing? I said OKC. What did I say? I said OKC, Denver, Houston, Clippers.
So you put the Clippers before the Lakers?
Yes.
Why?
They're just a better team this year.
They're not a better because they have a bunch of 3-4 guys who.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dallas as well.
Dallas. I can respect Dallas. I respect Dallas before the Clippers, for sure. For sure.
Debatable.
The Clippers, James Harden, can't say nothing bad about him.
Yeah.
But he's a player where it's almost like if he's not playing like the prime James Harden, he's not as impactful as his name is. Mm-hmm. Like it's just saying James Harden on a team sounds great, But if he's not doing what he was doing, or we looking for him to do like he did in Houston,
That's not happening.
It's not happening, right?
But look who he has around him now compared to
that's what I'm
Houston.
saying. This is what I'm saying. Like he does a great job in spurts of the seasons. That's what he's always since Houston. He's done great jobs where, the Clippers are on a 7-game winning streak and James Harden leading the way. I agree. Playoff time, you disappear. Kawhi Leonard, great player, but not always serviceable. Not always healthy. And it's been like that since he's won a chip for the Raptors, right? So you can't really depend on him. And it's not like 1 year, 2 years. I mean, he's the guard Joel Embiid.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, for the last 5 years, I mean, he misses a bunch of games.
Load management doesn't play.
You got Bradley Beal. Like I'm interested to see how Bradley Beal plays because we're looking for Bradley Beal for the Wizards.
You think that's done?
I don't know if it's done because they're professional athletes. I think they can adjust.
Yeah.
But my point is, a lot of these guys have good resumes and good names, and we see them in a jersey, and we think to ourselves, "Oh, they're going to give us that." But Bradley Beal didn't do that when he wasn't the Bradley Beal for the Wizards when he was with the Suns, and he had 2 scorers on his team. Now again, you put him in a situation where he has 2 scorers on his team, and you're expecting him to do what?
So it should be the same result.
Exactly. So he's already proven that I can't flourish in this environment at the level y'all want me to flourish at Wizards. I'm not saying he wouldn't be good. I'm not saying he's not going to have good numbers to a certain extent, but it's not going to be the Wizards. And then Chris Paul,
leadership, veteran leadership.
It's going to. I feel like when Allen Iverson went back to the Sixers, this is Chris Paul going back to the Clippers. It's there for leadership. It's there for excitement. It's there for hope, but it's not a winning. I don't see them. I mean, I think they'll be great, but I don't think they'll play every game together. I can't see them playing more than 60, 70 games together.
So who would you put over the Clippers then?
I'm definitely putting the Lakers over the Clippers. I don't never count LeBron out, bro.
Me neither,
Like,
but who's on
count
that
him
team
out.
though, man?
They got Aiden. They, like you said,
Aiden. What has Aiden done, man?
I mean, but that's the thing though. He doesn't need to do much with this group because he's going to play with guys who know what they're doing and put them in good situations and score. If you put Aiden on a team and you say, okay, we need you to be the guy. We need you to average 22, 25. It's a foul. Yeah, it's not his lane anymore. But we say, yo, we need you to be around the rim. We need you to play the DeAndre Jordan in his heyday. We need you to be that guy. I think he flourished. I think Aiden flourished.
So that's like that. I'll give you that because last year Luka was making what's his name look like
Lively?
Not Lively. No, on the Lakers.
Oh, on the Lakers. Okay.
He was making him look like Dwight Howard. Their center. He used to play for the Pelicans.
I know you're talking about light-skinned kid.
He was making him look like Dwight Howard. He was giving him alleys, throwing him lobs, putting him in the right place. So he was making him look good. So I could see how Ayton will flourish a lot and he'll look great. But I don't. Where's the bench? But where's the bench? You know what's happening with the team. I don't see them doing anything, man. Who's there? LeBron's what? 40 years old. What's he gonna do? He's still gonna put up.
Bro, he's
still gonna. I stopped myself. Okay. He's still gonna put up his numbers. All right. He's still gonna do his thing, but he needs the help, right? He needs the help.
I mean, I think he has it. I mean, you have Luka who averaged 33 points a game. He's done it. Bron has shown over the years he can play with superstars.
Right.
Hachimura.
Oh, Hachimura.
You got Hachi who can go. Austin Reeves. That's a good group. You got Marcus Smart who'll be great coming off the bench.
I forgot about Marcus Smart.
You got Marcus Smart's coming off. Like a team. I mean, I like OKC. I think they're going to be great. I think the Houston Rockets are going to be great. I think the Lakers is going to be great.
Forgot about Minnesota. That's definitely up there. See how crazy the West is right now?
It's not though. Like Minnesota let you down 2 years in a row. And now they haven't made no changes. They haven't made no
But
changes.
they got more experience, man.
No, they see. For me, when they beat Denver the year in 2024,
Yeah.
they lost that next series to Dallas. Last year should have been the year that you go further, but instead you trade Towns to get Randall. Like Randall, like his numbers. However, he needs the ball. He's a rhythm guy. He needs
100%.
the tween pump. He needs to do all. He needs the ball to get those numbers and for him to be impactful. But that takes away from Edwards. Then Edwards come in and shooting threes. He was a top 3-point shooter, but it takes away from putting the pressure on the defense night in and night out when he's not attacking. So when I look at their roster, I mean, you have Michael Conley, you got great leadership. When I look at the roster, I'm like, where did they get better this year?
But another year together for Randall to gel with the team, right?
I agree.
Another year for them to get better. Anthony Edwards is older. Should get a little more mature, get a little more into his game, right? Another year. I think, I could listen. I know I already said my top 5, but I could swap them out with the Clippers. That's not even.
I think that'd be a
issue.
smart thing. I think I think that would be very intelligent of you. I would, you know what though? I'm just thinking I would put Minnesota to 5th over Dallas, and the reason why I say that because Kyrie he's going to be injured.
But they still got a crazy team, even though Kyrie's injured. They still gonna kill it.
You got
D'Lo's the starter.
You got
point guard
D'Lo.
now.
You got Anthony Davis. You
Yeah.
got Lively. You got Harford.
You got the rookie
and you got Cooper Flag.
Cooper, yep.
You got PJ Washington.
The bench is stupid too.
And let's look at their bench.
I think that I personally think that the Mavericks are gonna be a top 5 seed, and then when Kyrie comes back, even further. That is the definition of like, yo, we're gonna give you our best player, and we're gonna be a little messed up, but the league was like, listen, I'm gonna help y'all out. Y'all gonna do even better.
You got
for
Clay.
years to come.
You got Clay Thompson.
Forgot about Clay.
You got Clay. On paper, yeah, I would.
On paper, that's amazing.
Yeah, I would definitely. I would definitely go ahead and put him in there. Yeah, I would put him in my top 5. So my
still
top
got Lakers.
5.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, my Lakers is still the Lakers is still in there, dog. Like I'm not going to take them out, bro. I got OKC, Houston, the Lakers. I have Golden State. Nah. Yeah, I got Golden State and Dallas. But you know what I'm thinking?
Is that in order?
That's in order. I put Dallas before Golden State, so Golden State was my 5th. That'd be my 5th. But then I feel like I'm almost sleeping on the Spurs. I'm sleeping on the Spurs.
All right, so the
too.
Spurs, what's his Wemby's 3rd year? Right.
3rd year. Mm-hmm.
They still not there. I'll give them a play-in this year.
Yeah.
They're not there yet though. They'll do a play-in.
They won 34 games last year. I agree.
They're not gonna have that big of a turnaround.
I might just be excited about Wemby. I think Wemby's a generational talent.
Yeah. And he's surrounded by good players.
Yeah, he's surrounded by good players. He's surrounded by a winning culture, also. So that's the part where I'm like, they can make a jump, but top 5 is a hell of a jump.
Yeah.
So I will agree with you on that. So I'll definitely put Dallas 4th, and Golden State would be my 5th.
You don't want to swap Golden State and LA Lakers?
No, the Lakers is 3rd. The Lakers is 3rd.
Man,
the Lakers is 3rd for me.
I can't.
It might be even, and the only reason why I'm putting Houston above Lakers is because Houston is just younger. And
Excellently coached.
They've been together, and they got an amazing coach, and obviously they got a top scorer in Kevin Durant. So, and I think that's a good situation for Kevin Durant because he's a player who, yes, he can average 27 points a game, 28 points a game, but he doesn't need to with this group. 25 points, 24, 23 points.
Right.
It doesn't sound like a lot margin-wise from where he was, but he can rest his body. He can take his breaks because he got a good, strong group in there that can ball out for him.
Yeah, it's solid.
And I don't think he's had that core strength of guys who can ball in a long time.
Not since Golden State.
And yeah, since Golden State.
Since Golden State. Mm-hmm. Let me switch up real quick on you.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
OKC. You didn't even have Denver in there either. I just thought about it.
I don't have Denver in there.
OKC, Denver, Houston, Dallas, Minnesota. I took the Clippers out. Quick switch up.
That's smart.
Clippers are on the outside looking in.
The Clippers,
but you forgot about Denver. You didn't put them in there.
I didn't forget about them. I'm looking at the list, and I just keep skipping over them because they deserve to be
What they do?
over.
They got rid of Michael Porter.
They got rid of Michael Porter.
No more Westbrook.
Rid of their coach in the middle of the
season. Well, that was still wild to me. What else did they do? Who did they add? They didn't add anybody crazy.
They didn't add anyone crazy. And here's the thing of what happens now is that, all right, Jokic will still have his numbers.
Yeah.
But I believe that it gets harder for him to score now. Because when teams start to see what you can do for a few years, they start developing schemes. Like when Shaq was as dominated as the hack of Shaq and stuff like that. So I think it gets harder for them, especially when you start moving pieces. And their history with moving pieces that they go down. Like when they move, what's his name? What's the shooter name?
On Denver?
For Denver, he won the championship with him. And he went over to Orlando.
Yeah,
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, that's his name. When they start moving these pieces around, that's when they start to go down. So I don't have Denver has to prove it. Denver has to show me something. They got Jamal Murray. Yeah. I think Jamal Murray's great. I think Eric Gordon is great. Nikola Jokic is great.
I like Porter.
Porter?
Michael Porter.
He ain't there no more though.
No, I liked him.
Oh.
They gave him up though. Could be inconsistent at times.
At times, he's inconsistent when they need him. He's inconsistent most times, and he's not going to get any better over the Nets. Yeah, he's not going to get any better.
And nothing happened in Brooklyn for him.
I mean, especially with him, he always on live streams and doing
he's
extra
been
shit.
Talking crazy lately.
Absolutely,
I think they.
They got Cam Johnson. Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson's a problem.
He's tough. But see, the thing is that, again, though, like people hear the names and say, oh, man, they're going to be good. He's going to hit shots. I think he's going to have the same exact role Michael Porter had. But it's not going to be the Cam Johnson for the Brooklyn Nets. Why? Because Jokic need the ball. Jamal Murray need the ball.
Can't dominate.
It's not the same guy. It's going to be a guy who can catch and shoot. He's going to be a 3-and-D guy. Okay. So Cam Johnson won't do it. Let's talk about some trades here, man. Let's talk about some trades. Obviously, Kevin Durant going to the Rockets.
Big.
Yeah, that's big. I think that's a great move for him. Great move in his career.
At this point,
yep. What about Drew Holiday going to the Blazers?
Drew Holiday with the Blazers with Dame now. I love Drew. I think that's a good. I don't actually. It's not a good place for Drew. He's out there now.
I don't know.
There's nothing that's gonna come out of that for him.
Mm-hmm.
He's done his time, but he could just be a face, be a leader to the young guys, man. Help scoot.
I mean, I don't think he's like washed.
No, he's not. The team is.
Like, he was in the Olympics.
The team and the organization. That's what's washed. Drew Holiday is great.
I think I don't know what the Blazers are trying to do. They just keep getting the same makeup every single time. Like they had C.J. McCollum and Dame at one point. Now y'all doing it again. 2 6'3", 6'4" guards in your backcourt, and they're both point guards. And one just coming off an injury. Another one is not. I don't think he's old. I don't think Drew Holiday is old, but I feel like he's not. He's not that. He's not a 26-point scorer. I mean, he ain't been
coming towards the end of his prime.
He. So see, with players like that, like Drew Holiday, prom. Players like that is more like they don't need to be like top scorers to make impact on the game. You know, I don't really. It's like Mike Conley, like
an Andre Miller.
Yeah, like you don't really need him at his prime. You just need him making good decisions. That you need people around him so he can, direct. But but I just don't see the Blazers. I don't know what they're doing. Porzingis goes to the Hawks.
What are the Hawks doing? Are they? They're. I feel like they're doing a bunch of Hail Marys right now. They're trying something because they're trying to be relevant. I don't know how much longer they're going to hold on to Trey. How much longer Trey's going to hold on to them. Actually, I feel like this might be a last hurrah for them. Like we just spoke about the East and nobody mentioned the Hawks.
Yeah, I wouldn't mention the Hawks.
Yeah.
I mean, Trey Young is a point guard who's often leads the league. Well, not often leads the league, but often will come from lead a game in turnovers.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to think of the Hawks when the leader is turning the ball over. I mean, he does great numbers. I think he's definitely an all-star point guard, obviously, because he has been. But I don't see him as a winner. I don't see the organization as winners. Desmond Bane goes to Orlando Magic.
That was a weird trade.
It is a weird trade.
That was a very weird trade.
I really don't know what they trying to accomplish with that. I mean, you know what though? They do need more spot up shooters. I think he can be good without the responsibility.
But when you think about spot up shooters, was Desmond Bane in your head as a top spot
No,
up shooter?
he's not. But he should be. That's my.
Should he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he should be called upon to score 22 points a game, 21 points a game like he was called on for the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Because he's not a. See, like, all right. When I think of a player, if I was the recruit a player or want a player on my team averaging 22 points, 24 points, 25 points, as a guard, I want him to be able to do everything. I want him to be able to break guys off the dribble. I want him to do all those things because they put all the pressure on the opposing team. Versus Bane, he can score in a fast break. He can hit some threes. He's not breaking no one down night in and night out. He can on some nights, but that's not his role. But you still need him. Now, with that said, you still need him to average 19 points, 20
look
points
what they
to be
gave up
impactful
for him.
Grizzlies. I don't have all the trades for him. What did we give up for him?
They gave up some picks for him. It was a little lopsided from what I remember. It was like, I remember seeing a trade a couple months ago. I'm like, they gave up that for Desmond Bane. Not saying Desmond Bane's a bad player at all. Desmond Bane's, he's solid, but the Magic, who's a team that's coming up, they're growing. You want to keep your picks. You want to actually build in the draft. Look at OKC. OKC, homegrown team. You know what I mean? You want to do that. I wouldn't have done that for Bane, but again, the East is weak. So that could help boost them enough in the East to make them look better than what they should be. So I still think it's a weird trade. The Magic are still in my top 5, though. So let's see. It might work out. I don't know.
That's where Caldwell Pope went. Caldwell Pope went to the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
He went to the Grizzlies. Cole Anthony went to the Grizzlies. I mean, they gave up future picks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They didn't really give up much. I think they didn't give up much. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the Grizzlies just got they just got worse. But no, so I mean, but shout out to Bane, man. I think he'll do good with that team because now he got 2 other guys, Wagner, Carroll, who can ball.
Yeah.
And they had someone to pass it to.
He'll be solid. He'll average a solid like 18. What's going to happen with Westbrook?
Where's he at? Is he a free agent?
He's nowhere.
What's going to happen with
Where's my man Russ? I don't want to see Russ go out like that, man. Russ is too dynamic of a player to just go out like that. Like,
what will happen to him? It depends on what. I think he goes through the Carmelo Anthony journey.
That's not a good journey.
I mean, you got to think about it, right? Yeah. Like Carmelo Anthony, he was out of the league for about a year or 2, looking for a team.
Yeah.
and he goes to the OKC Thunder. OKC Thunder, he averaged 16 points. Then he gets traded, and then he goes to the Lakers and ended right there. But, it just depends on what. But the thing with Carmelo, when I say his journey, it was just dependent on what Melo wanted to accept, right? Like, did he want to? Is he still a? He didn't. I think he struggled with, not struggle, but here's the thing with their game, like Melo, Westbrook game. They aren't. It's hard for them to help a team if they're not doing the things that they do.
Yeah.
If Melo don't have the ball all the time and scoring, it's hard for him to impact the team at that point, right? Like, cause, what you going to do? He's going to be a top defender. He's going to be a top rebounder.
Melo can't defend.
No.
Yeah.
So same thing with Russell Westbrook, right? Like, if he's not explosive, fast, up and down the court, ball in his hand, explosive plays, most of the time, it's hard for Russell Westbrook to be the guy that we want to see. It's hard for him to impact the game.
You remember Russ on the Wizards?
Yeah.
That was a hell of a year for Russ.
Yeah,
he was the man.
He was the man. He averaged a triple-double for them.
Yeah, that was a hell of a year.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, so you're going to get him on a team. I think a team. He'll find a team. That's not even a question.
Yeah.
But what role do you want to accept? Like, what role are you? And then if the role is, okay, you come in and you distribute, you be a pass first point guard. Then it's like, now the team's back off you because you can't shoot.
Yeah.
So your only games that you can really play in is the ones where you play against a bad defensive team that doesn't get back on fast breaks, and you can kind of eat that way.
Yeah. If that's what he needs to do to get picked up, somebody will pick him up. Russ seems very, like, a prideful player, man. I feel like he's a very prideful player, man. He doesn't want to, get down and, end up dumbing down his game to play. I don't see. I could see him fitting in somewhere like a. Honestly, I would have loved to see him back on the Lakers, but they don't want him. He didn't. He didn't flourish over there like he should have. He's definitely. If someone picks him up, it's going to be a team like Utah or somebody like that. Somebody that they're not really going anywhere, but he could go out there. He could still bang out a triple-double every couple of games.
Utah, triple-double.
Utah's not going anywhere.
But I don't think Russell was. I mean, maybe.
He doesn't want to go there. But I'm just saying, if he had to get picked up somewhere, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see Russ.
It's hard for those guys to be doing that, bro. Like, going to those teams like Utah at the end of their career, they did.
It's sad, man. I want to see Russ. I want to see Russ get a ring before he's done. Personally, I would love to see Russ get a ring. If, like, he could go to like a top performing team right now, go to like I will see. Bring him back to OKC. Back to where he started. No. If Russ can make it back to OKC, come off the bench.
No.
Is he going to ruin the team?
He's not going to ruin the team, but he's not going to ruin the team. I ain't going to put that on Russ. I love Russ Westbrook. It's just that the chemistry and flow wouldn't make sense. Like, unless you want to put a veteran guy on the team. But again, like you said, he's a prideful person. He seems like a prideful person. Wouldn't want to accept that role. You got SGA who averaged 32 points. At what point are we putting Russell Westbrook in? We got Jalen Williams on the wings. At what point? Then everybody else who comes off the bench or who's in the game, Dort, all those guys, they're hitting threes. At what point does Russell Westbrook get in the game for OKC? So
he doesn't fit.
Yeah, he won't fit for those teams. He has to go to a losing team where you're like, I think a team like the Hawks.
Personally,
I
don't want to see him end like that.
But hey, man, look. The problem with here's the thing. Here's the problem. Everyone has to get old. Everyone has basketball. It's a young man's game.
Yeah.
Everyone has to decline, maybe except for LeBron, but everyone has to go down that path. Russell Westbrook, in my eyes, off the top, easy top 10 point guard of all time. Easy. Might be debatable top 5. Here's the problem.
Go ahead.
We're thinking about Russell Westbrook in the last 4 years. But dude, he averaged a triple-double 4 times in his career, led the league in scoring, MVP. He was one of the starters or pioneers of the era where the explosive guards. He went to the finals as a youngster.
Yeah.
He's done a lot for the game of basketball. So if he has to play for Atlanta Hawks, where I think the city of Atlanta will be excited to see him run up and down the court. It'd be great for a guy like Trae Young to be mentored behind or whatever the case may be. Yeah. I think it would be a good thing for him. I think playing in the East at a weak East Conference, him playing, you want to get some flashes of the old Russell Westbrook more than you're going to get on the West.
Agreed. You're right.
So I that's how I see it. I think he needs to go to one of those teams.
So you throw him in the East?
I thought if Russell Westbrook played in the East, I think you'll get more flashes of who you want to see. Because
throw him on Milwaukee.
Nah, you think because then at that point, if you throw him on Milwaukee,
who's the starting guard right now? Throw him on Milwaukee, man.
Nah, because now you won't have two guys on the court who can't shoot. You can't shoot threes in a 3-point area. That ain't gonna work. That's not gonna work. At least in my opinion, but we'll see. Let me see.
He got to end off because he got what is he 35, 36? Russ might have. But the crazy thing is, Russ is one of those players right now. He's still hyper athletic, still crazy good shape. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Still banging on people down the court. And he's he's a point guard. He's
but it's not night in and night out though.
It's not night in and night out, but he can still do it though.
Of course. I mean, they're pros though.
Yeah, they're pros.
They've been doing it their whole lives.
But I'm saying, he took care of himself this whole time.
No,
he didn't fall off.
He didn't fall off, but the game has changed.
Yeah.
The game has changed, and that's why that makes it tough. I'm looking at the guards. They got guys like Kevin Porter Jr., Andre Jackson, Cole Anthony goes there. He's over there
in Milwaukee.
In Milwaukee, Cole Anthony's in Milwaukee right now.
Throw Russ over there, bro.
I mean,
throw him in Milwaukee. Let's call it a day.
If you throw him there, you got to put. He can't be on the court too much with Giannis, and he has to have everybody else. Other 3 guys got to be consistent shooters. Yeah. So Miles Turner. He's going to go there and play because they're paying him money. He's not a consistent shooter. He can shoot. Yeah. I think he's just a younger Brook Lopez. But that's what I'm saying. That's not to me. That's not a good fit. That's not a good fit for him.
Someplace that could potentially contend and is on the East, I think it's Milwaukee. I don't see.
But here's the thing. I don't think he needs to contend. Like I don't.
He needs to contend. Yeah.
Nah, I mean he needs to. I think he will want to as a person, but I'm just talking about from a fan standpoint. Where does Russell Westbrook fit? I don't think anyone's thinking like. I mean, we only talking about this because you said you want to see him win a championship before he goes.
Yeah,
I don't see him on a championship team being the Russell Westbrook that you want to see.
So he'd ride the bench, basically.
I don't think he'd ride the bench. I just don't think he'll be the person you want to see. I think he's at that point, he wouldn't be a 36-minute player.
Nah, like not at this point.
You know what I mean? Like
you got to go on a terrible team for that. Back to the Wizards.
That's what I'm saying. Right?
Yeah.
You talking about 20? You know, if he can get him to average 14 points, you know, that's his lot. I think 10 points a game, 11 points a game for him.
Last year on the Nuggets, he was when Murray went down, he was averaging 30-something minutes, 20-something minutes.
Yeah, but he wasn't. I watched a few games, and he just inconsistent. He having spurts, and he go from there. But shout out to Russell Westbrook, though. You got to hate for Melo when he played with the Knicks.
So,
you know what? Before you start, I don't understand how people didn't like Melo for the Knicks. I love Melo for the Knicks. Melo had a Hall of Fame career with the Knicks. Like, y'all should retire his jersey.
Stop it.
You don't think Melo jersey should be retired for the Knicks?
Stop it. So...
Hold up, bro.
Melo,
Melo
you
led
can
the
pull
league
up his numbers. You can pull up
Melo
his
led the
numbers.
league in scoring.
Pull up his. He was on a horrible team. Knicks was horrible.
But it's the NBA.
All right, I get it. I get it.
He wasn't playing against his team. He's playing against the other teams.
Listen.
And he's always a leading scorer.
This is what they're going to do, right? Well, first of all, are they going to retire his jersey in Denver? They should, but they got Jokic got the same number. So now what?
They're not going to retire his jersey in Denver. It's too late for that.
That's Jokic. That's Jokic's number. So if he were to retire anywhere, his jersey, it would have to be the Knicks, obviously. But what did he do for us? And I'm going to break it down for you real quick. When we got Melo in that trade, I'll never forget it because I feel like we gave up way too much, and that bothered me for so long. But I remember when the trade happened, I was happy because we got Denver Melo. Denver Melo was monster, right?
Dog.
I was hyped. So we got Melo. Melo comes to the team. And if you remember that year, we had Stoudemire earlier, and Stoudemire's running the team. Now, when Stoudemire was running the team, we were flowing, we were doing well. You know what I mean? We were winning games. It looked great. Stoudemire had the team in his hands. Melo came, after the whole chemistry up. Chemistry done. He can't play with people. He can't play with people.
It's not that he can't play with people. I just think he has like a Melo. He has a rhythm. Like he needs the ball, and during this time, I just think the game just changed on Melo. I don't think he's a guy we ever depend on to win a championship. But I still think like Melo is a guy who jersey should be retired. I believe he's a player who the New York Knicks fans got to have more respect. I mean, the dude averaged 26 points, 22 points, 28, 27, 24. And all these numbers were like 21, 22. These are numbers when he's injured. Like these.
Bro, but I've seen these. I've seen every single game, man. I was Knick fan to the day I die. I've seen every single game. We used to call it ISO Melo because he get the ball, do a little step.
His rhythm. That's his rhythm. He's a rhythm player.
Shoot it, might make it, might miss it. But Melo,
he scored 50 on all jump shots in a Knicks jersey.
I remember.
You got to see stuff like that, man. You got to live with. Like when you got a player of that talent, that caliber, to be able to score 50 points on all jumpers, you got to live with the days he ain't dropping, or he had to shoot a lot to get those points, or the ISO. You got to live with that. Why? Because you don't have nobody else to go through that.
So I get it, but the only time I really enjoyed Melo on the Knicks was when we had the old team with us, the J Kidd, Kurt Thomas, Rasheed Wallace.
Y'all were old.
But hear me out. So this is why I like Melo. They kept him in check. They kept Melo in check because Melo had a bunch of old heads around him, letting him know, like, yo, you got to relax, do this, do that. And Melo was in check. They all kept him in check collectively. When that was a one and done team. I think we were, don't quote me, I think we were second seed in the East that year, if I'm not mistaken.
Possibly.
I'm almost 100% sure we were second seed in the East that year. And then injury faltered us a little bit. I remember Rasheed Wallace was hurt, and Rasheed Wallace was, at that age, still unstoppable in the paint. They couldn't stop Rasheed in the paint. So that was a 1 year Melo fit in like a glove, man. Melo fit perfectly with that team.
Okay.
Once that was done, and, you know, Kidd done, Rasheed Wallace done, Thomas, you know, Melo went back to being like, I'm the leader here. This is my team. And that was it.
I still don't get why y'all hate Melo. Like, I just don't get it. Like,
he's not a team player, man. He's not a team player.
He is a team player. But the thing is, though, you don't call Carmelo, we need you to play for the team so you can pass the ball and he's sit in the corner. No, you call Melo so he can do what he does, 26 a night, 27 a night. And that requires him to, that require all that. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. You can't hate Melo. You can not like his game. You can say he didn't fit on the team. You can say, I didn't like him for New York culture. Just like the Spurs have their culture. They have their culture, the way they play basketball. Warriors have their culture, how they play basketball. Move that ball, boom, get to the open guy. The Knicks really don't have a crazy culture. In fact, their culture is that Jalen Brunson plays the same way.
But
the
he
only
plays
reason
more with
why
a team. He's a team player, though.
But the reality of the stuff is that he has a young team. He has 4 or 5 guys who can play, and y'all only play 5 guys, so everybody gonna eat no matter what. OG gonna eat. Towns is gonna eat. These guys gonna eat because y'all only playing 7 guys.
So you're saying when Melo was playing, he just didn't have a team around him. He
had a team around him. But then by the time he got his team around him, he had to run into Miami Heat. He had to run into the big dogs. That's the thing. He wasn't going to beat Brian Wade and Chris Bosh. Like, he wasn't going to beat it. Like, you talking about prime LeBron James. Like, you talking about prime.
Miami LeBron.
That was different. Like, just like the Knicks couldn't get past Jordan. It wasn't Patrick Ewing's fault. It wasn't those guys' fault. It was his fault when he missed that layup, that easy ass layup against I believe it's the Pacers. But it wasn't their fault they ran into Jordan in his prime. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all can't hate Melo. I'm passionate about this because I remember I used to rent cars. I used to rent this car rental company, I should say. And I remember this is the first time I heard this Melo stuff right here. And this guy, I was, drop him off to his car or whatever. That was part of my job. And he was saying how he loved the Knicks. He was a big Knicks fan. And he goes in this thing. He's like, I hate Carmelo Anthony. And I'm like, what? Like, he was saying the same thing you were saying.
He felt the pain.
He's not a team player.
Yeah.
He does this. It's like, what are you talking about? It's Carmelo Anthony, dog. He's a 27-a-night guy. You don't call on him to swing until somebody catch the ball. You call on him to get you buckets, and you got to figure out who around him how they get buckets. But he just kept running into the big dog. He kept running into Brian.
Bro, even when we had I don't know if you remember this name. You remember Steve Novak?
Yep.
Even when we had Steve Novak, that was automatic.
Bro.
Automatic every time from the
Novak,
3. I love Steve Novak.
It's like, he's not nobody you call on. Here's the story. You rather take Carmelo off to have Steve?
No. Here's the story. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we had Steve Novak, and Steve Novak would like wet from deep. That was all his only job. He wouldn't even touch a foot in the paint. And I remember Melo would like stifle him down a little bit. Like, I remember these games, dude.
Listen,
I remember these games.
Heck yeah. Listen, as a hooper, I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes you do gotta be like when Jeremy Lin had his hot streak.
And Melo shut him down too.
Yeah, because bro, you gotta understand, this ain't gonna last 82 games, brother. Like you have your fun. This ain't gonna last every day. Steve Novak, great game, brother. But they paid me to make the score 27.
Bro, who knows what that did for Steve's confidence, man?
It ain't do shit.
I don't know.
Steve was a spot up shooter. If you catch the ball, you do your job. Yeah. So you rather have Steve on the game winner than Melo? You have Jeremy Lin on the game winner than Melo?
I didn't say that. But if Steve was open for the game winner and Melo's open, I'm passing it to Steve. If they're both open from 3. If they're both open from 3.
You will pass the ball to Steve Novak.
If they're both open from 3.
Versus Carmelo Anthony.
If they're both open from 3 at that point.
Heck no.
And I got the ball. I'm Raymond Felton with the ball.
Nah, bro.
Steve, shoot that 3.
You bugging. That's
Steve,
See, that's what I'm saying,
Look at Steve's numbers from 3, man. Steve was an animal, man.
My comment section going.
If they knew, if whoever listening,
bro, are going to.
Whoever's listening, if they know the Knicks,
head off about this, bro.
If they know the Knicks, they know.
Yeah, I can understand the criticism. There's no way.
Open, man.
The only way I would pass to Steve Novak, if him and Melo was open, I would pass to Steve Novak because I couldn't get the ball to Melo. I would pass to Steve Novak so he can pass it to Melo. I would never play that.
I'm just saying, man. And I'm not saying Melo wouldn't make shots, but Steve was automatic.
Did you miss the part where I say he scored 50 points?
Automatic, man. I'm telling you.
Bro. All right, man.
And this might be a little biased because of my quote-unquote hate for Melo.
That's very hateful.
But
that's hateful, bro. That's hateful. Steve Novak, bro. But man, look, bro, we're gonna wrap it up there, bro. I appreciate you. Appreciate you coming on. This was
Appreciate
actually
being
fun,
here.
man.
This
This
was
was actually
great.
fun. Listen, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Them scorers, they gonna be on your ass.
Let them
Pause.
come.
They gonna be on your ass, bro.
Pause.
That's the crazy take. But let everybody know where they can find you, where they can follow you at.
Find me on TikTok at Cudjoe, Cudjoe. I make hot takes for basketball all the time. Come check it out.
My man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate the love. There you have it. Another interview for Score Society channel. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, let's continue to think elite and together. Welcome to Score Society.